It's incredible benefit to FIFA. I mean, that's quite transparent, just simply because FIFA has a formula in which it operates by. I mean, the television rights are its main source of income. So that's already been signed up, and that goes back to FIFA coffers. And it is able to then sell off space in the stadium for products. There's a monopoly that operates. So, for example, if Budweiser gets the sort of contract for beer, you can only drink a Budweiser in the stadium. McDonald's. So they have these relationships with big capital, big transnationals. And so FIFA is well looked after. The space inside the stadium and just around the stadium is basically FIFA's. It's almost like they're little Vaticans. They have a sort of diplomatic immunity and they can operate like that.
But it's very clear that FIFA has its obligations towards our sponsors and our partners. And of course they have a right to be there.
The challenge is for the country that hosts it, because if the bulk of the money has already been taken out of the country, they don't benefit from those television rights. They have to look for longer term benefits. And one of the ways that is justified, well, there's two ways that's justified normally. One is that the infrastructural development starts to create jobs. And secondly, by hosting a successful World Cup, you put yourself on the world map for tourism and other forms of investment. And these are the twin legs in which it stands, but it's much more contingent. It's much more ephemeral. It's much more neither here nor there than FIFA's. FIFA's already got its money.
Africa is marketed today through war, through famine, through dictators and the like. That's what the majority of news says about us. Now people will say, well, remember that thing that we had in Africa. From the marketing point of view, is very big.
My sense is that the approach, not just to this World Cup, but I think it's a universal approach, is one of appearance and perception, where stadia and what the world sees on the screen become much more important than what's actually going on behind the scenes.
People ask me often, why build these stadiums? Isn't it stupid? Of course, in building these stadiums, it is the most transparent way you can understand this synergy between the new black elite and old white capital.
It's a very, 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 very great achievement. The only thing I would like to see happen is that all this should try and filter down to the small businessmen. It shouldn't be kept at the top there, where all the big guys are going to grab everything for themselves and not look at the small business community.
And so you'll see old white firms like Group 5 linking up with new black empowerment firms. And so the names that come up in the building of the stadiums would be Bulelani Ngcuka, Tokyo Sekwale, the new black billionaires on the block. Our healthcare system is in a complete shambles. Life expectancy has tumbled down. Money that would go for your basic infrastructure like housing, public health, education, even sports fields in the old apartheid townships will be siphoned off into these mega developments. And so you're based on a sort of trickle-down understanding of the economy which has been shown to be in complete disrepute.